Alright guys, we just took a ride on this car. Oh my god.
The thickness is really a telltale.
Wow.
I think we're the only company in the world that allows you to have some customization in the VIN number of the car.
But I've never seen a paint so beautiful like this. My mind is absolutely blown at what's possible. It didn't feel like it was this wheelbase. Not at all. Hey guys, so if you think of the name Bufori, you think that the car manufacturer is from Europe, maybe from Germany, from Switzerland or something like that, especially when they have car models like Geneva or La Jolla. But little that I didn't know until very recently when I met Bobby, that they are actually a Malaysian car manufacturer and they make some of the finest handcrafted vehicles. So let's take a look at this tour of House of Bufori. Alright, so we're taking a tour to the factory. Now, a lot of manufacturers are designers and assemblers. We're going to see how they do it because I feel that they're more than just that. All right. Thank you for showing us the tour. Thank you very much.
So this is the storyboard. This is really where it all started. And that's the very, very first Bufori that I actually made.
Yeah.
I started in 1986. I was only a kid.
Oh wow.
When the car was completed, it was built in 1987. And we kept it going until 1988. Very short lifespan for this car. So we evolved from that to a Mark 1, from the Mark 1 to a V6i, from
gorgeous.
the V6i to Mark 2. They all look the same, but they're completely different. Okay, so the identity was, we maintained or respected the identity of the car all the way through, right up until even the La Jolla. So we went to V6i, Mark 2, Bambino, La Jolla. Then we came in with the CS, and that's why the new logo. It's part of a new demographic. And part of Felix will share that story with you later. And then the Geneva, which is designed to meet all the current new regulations for pedestrian friendliness and all of that sort of thing. And this is the new CS that's going into production now, and we're getting ready to start it off.
Is that why you don't have the
big headlight balls?
Yeah, I think that's so cool. Yeah.
The unfortunate part, the most beautiful part of this car is actually the headlights and the grille and the bumpers.
It is.
But they're the things that a lady's skirt can get caught on if you get hit by a bus or something like that.
Yeah.
So
wow.
How was it? These two materials known as carbon fiber and Kevlar. So that's carbon fiber. Oh, that's Kevlar. And that's the strongest man-made fiber on planet Earth. And that's carbon. And carbon fiber is what they use typically in, the hypercar industry, supercars. Formula One, motorsports. The problem with carbon fiber is the moment you bend it, it breaks. And it takes a lot of effort to bend, but the moment you do bend carbon fiber, it does break. Incredible strength, incredible weight, strength to weight ratio. But Kevlar, on the other hand, is the ultimate. That's the strongest man-made fiber on planet Earth. And the beauty of this, it's bullet resistant. You can't cut it, you can't grind it, you can't do anything with it. That's why nobody uses it. It's very, very difficult to work with. And the other thing is, when you've got two different materials in the body of a car, you've got expansion and contraction. So we've got resin, we've got carbon, we've got Kevlar, and they all expand and contract at different rates. If you look at a carbon fiber car, you always see, if you look at them in the sunlight, you see them at an angle, and you can see the pattern of the fabric coming through the surface. And that's what you don't want. Right? The million-dollar question is, how do you eliminate all of those, the bleed through the fabric coming through the surface? And that's what we do, and that's what we've been doing for many, many years. If you look at the paint finish on a Bufori, it's spectacular. And how do we turn this material into a body of a car? That's another question. But what makes this special as well is, how do you bend it around intricate corners and shapes? So there's a simple corner, and if you try to bend any fabric, even a piece of this, around that corner, you are going to get a pleat. And if you do a pleat like that, that's a weak point, that's vulnerable. If you have an accident, basically what happens is that. But these fabrics allow us to massage them around the shape. And there are no pleats, there's no joins, there's no overlapping, and the weave is still nice and tight. And that's really what makes it also super special. And look at the consistency of thickness. The thickness is really a telltale. Okay, and this is really clever engineering. And what makes it special is the ratio of carbon fiber and Kevlar to resin. Everybody thinks that the more resin you put, the stronger it is. The harder it is, the stronger it is, but it's not. The less resin you put, the stronger it is. So we get our strength from the material, not from the resin.
Right.
Okay? And all of that, there's no overlaps. It's all no overlapping. Very complicated shape, and it's all made in one piece of fabric.
So, okay.
Here's what we have here is a chassis for a Geneva and a coupe. They're the same. Only difference is the wheelbase. So this particular one is now a prototype for the Geneva coupe. But what I'm showing you is it looks heavy, but it's really, really light. And unlike a normal car that has a chassis in a normal car provides strength to the body. But in a Bufori, our body provides strength to the chassis. And this chassis gets bonded to the body. It doesn't get bolted to the body.
Oh,
Strictly bonding.
so it's almost like a
It's
semi-uni.
a unified structure.
Okay.
And it looks heavy, but it's very, very light, very thin.
Wow.
And I'm not that strong, but you know. And look at the welding technique. Just have a close up here. It's all tungsten carbide welded. And look at all this everywhere.
Holy
Every single
moly.
weld is tungsten. Okay, everywhere. Wherever you look, it's tungsten weld. And aluminium, when you have an accident, you can't repair them.
Yep.
Stainless steel is very, very thin.
Yeah.
It's 1.2 millimeter thickness. It's repairable. You can cut it, you can shut it, you can do whatever you like with it. But you can't do that. And this is not part of the chassis. This is only part of the jig.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Okay.
So our chassis stops.
Yeah, it ends there, right? Yeah. But the welding is nice. Like,
Welding
very.
too has different names, right?
It does.
This is TIG welding.
This is tungsten carbide welding. Yeah.
Alright, guys. So this is the Mark III, and it's called the La Jolla. It's Spanish, so the J is actually a H. But I'm just in awe of how beautiful the paint is. I mean, I've detailed some cars. I'm an amateur detailer, but I've never seen a paint so beautiful like this. Now the camera won't do it justice, but you can already see how the lights are almost straight. Very minimal, if not no orange tone. And this car is not even polished yet. Okay, but it's also the depth of the paint, the depth of the gloss. It shows how well they choose not only the paint, but also the metallic piece of its pearl or whatever they use, the blend, and also the technique, the way they spray it. Because you can't just whack on some ceramic or some metallic or pearl and that's it. There's a technique to it, and you can see it's absolutely immaculate. This is artisanal level work. Alright, I've never seen a paint so beautiful, and this is with some sole marks and stuff because it's not been polished. Can you imagine what it looks like if it's completely polished up and then with either wax or coating or whatever? It's gonna look absolutely beautiful, right? And they use this, and by the way, they do many layers of lacquer. That's how they achieve almost no orange peel. They spray lacquer, they sand it down, they spray, they sand it down. This is absolutely, oh my god. Woo! Mamma mia! Guys, so this is something of remarkable quality craftsmanship from Bufori. A lot of the carbon fibers, I've seen some kits from Mansory and stuff, they always have a little bit of, you know, the feather coming out, and the tricky part is we can't cut it. It's super hard, you can't cut Kevlar and carbon. So how they do it, I don't know how they do it, but it looks seamless. Every body panel is perfect. So Jerry shared with us that every time they go to a motor show, people will come around looking for fibers sticking out.
Big radiuses. You never find sharp edges like this.
Yeah, and it's even. It's consistent and even.
Very fine line, very fine radiuses.
And when I started to meet Bobby, he told me that all these cars are Kevlar and carbon. I couldn't believe it because I thought it was metal.
Yeah,
It looks just like metal.
Yeah. Look at that. Just touch it. It's almost 90 degree. Almost no radius at all.
Wow.
How do you do that in composite? That's the $1 million question everybody asks.
Wow. It's absolutely stunning. The engineering, just the craftsmanship level.
That's craftsmanship, you're right there.
Oh gosh. Alright.
You have a door.
Let's see how the door feels. Alex says it's really cool. Oh, wow.
I'll shut it.
Oh, look at it. It's the. You see, there's no like you know how normal cars they go back, right?
It has that, but you don't feel it.
Nice.
Made in Malaysia, guys. Made in Malaysia. Okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, what? Tools.
Wow! And every piece has Bufori in it.
But these are not just any tools, they're all snap-on.
Ah.
The ends pens. It
Snap-on,
doesn't get
yeah,
better than that.
Okay.
It's $3,000 for the tools.
Check out the interior, guys. It's absolutely brilliant. Oh. You got these dials over here, the all gauge, clock, and then gold. I want this for my Mini. I want gold like things around my Mini. Jeez. And look at the stitching. Beautiful. Nicely done. And it's a curved surface, yeah? So how do you get leather to go like that? And without any like curvy lines and like breaking lines. Look, it's all perfect. In the early year 2000s, they already have tire sensors, and they even have a generator inside there, so that it keeps charging itself to provide to keep it running. Yeah.
And we don't have a valve. Our valve is concealed. No exposed valve.
Oh,
So you can inflate the tires by walking up to it.
so which valve is it? Yeah. Ah, look at that. Oh,
On our center cap.
So
they always stay
upright.
upright.
Yeah.
They stay upright
Ah.
because the weight is there.
Ah.
I love this.
Okay, I know this is a big question. Did you guys first started doing this?
Yes, we did.
Oh wow! And then everyone followed
credit
suit.
for it because we don't make noise.
Ah.
And how these are made is remarkable. How many components go into that? It's all counterweights inside, it's bearings. And then this thing gets threaded. Later we're going to put a thread on that and we're going to screw them together.
Oh wow.
Okay, and then
Can
you
you
can
just show us how
So it's no adhesive.
Self-centers?
I'll show you.
No adhesive. Just
That's a counterweight. So this part is heavier than that. The Bufori logo gets attached to this side, and this thing goes on this side. And that goes through there with a center bearing. That's a wheel bearing in there basically. This thing will go there. And then the cap. We put a thread on that. We thread this and we screw these together.
Can you show us how it centers on?
And then the way it works.
And it works like this.
Like this. I rotate.
No matter how your wheel spins.
so they're the first to do
The logo
this.
stands upright.
Okay. And these are the things that will never, like adhesive will crack, it will fall
and
off.
it's serviceable for life. You never replace it. As long as you don't break it,
Yeah.
you can always service it.
Yeah.
Change the wheel bearing in there, clean the lens, do what you want to do, change the seal.
This is engineering prowess. This is not
Exactly right.
you know, putting in with sealants and stuff.
No, that's right.
How do you get this thing to fit just nice in there?
Precision.
The precision. This is engineering prowess.
Look at that.
Oh my god.
And it's
This proper. All these are built in house. It's
all
not.
built in house. That whole muffler
Yeah.
is made in house and it's baffled. There's no fiberglass, no stainless steel wool. It just has baffles inside.
Wow.
That'll last the life of the car. You'll
Wow.
never change that for the life of the car.
Wow. All these are all built in house.
All made in house. Look at the hydraulic lines. Look at just the arrangement,
Yeah.
how they work up and down, how they go around in corners, and just so beautiful.
Look at that. It's so well arranged. Alright, this is.
Look at this side. Check out this side. From here, stand here, now look
My
at
company was
that.
the
From there
first
all the way
to sponsor
down.
Formula One in Malaysia. Not Petronas. Not Magnum.
Even the underneath of the car is good looking.
And then how they go up and where they go and where they move around. What's that?
So this is a Geneva, right? And it has the. If you look at a car like this on the road, you know it's only one company that does it. There's no other company that looks like that. Oh my gosh, absolutely gorgeous.
Unbelievable.
Hardened stainless steel, can't get into it.
I can't get enough of this.
Unbelievable. Okay, wait.
So beautiful.
I gotta film this out. Okay.
And look at the veneer finish. And everything is customizable, right? You can do open pour if you want, right?
Yeah, exactly. You can choose any wood veneer finish. You can choose the pattern of these inserts, so the door insert and the seat insert, they're usually in sync,
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah.
So you can choose the pattern. It can be
So here's the table.
a honeycomb,
Right
diamond
table,
stitch. It can be like a sort of hexagonal pattern,
automatic.
anything really, you know. So
Yeah.
Rest.
And I said earlier, every single, you can choose the amount of stitch per.
you can also choose the amount of
And when you're
hole,
done
the
with the
holes,
perforation,
yeah, perforation.
the distance between each perforation,
Just press the
and
button.
also the diameter of each hole. So
Wow.
you can choose that level of detail.
And you do this all in house.
Yes, of course. Yes.
Oh my god.
You know,
How serious you
amazing.
take
Yeah,
this?
That's why we need you to spread the word.
Yes, how amazing it is. We sure will.
So do you guys like driving slow or do you like performance?
Oh, both. Both, yeah.
Yeah.
I know Alex doesn't drive slow. Whoa, whoa, this car is not a slouch.
Jeez, this is.
Not a slouch.
See, that's another surprise I just got.
It doesn't look like it goes fast, but it's not a slouch. It's fast. But you can feel already the quality of the chassis. There's something really remarkable about the chassis is the way it feels. Because of the monocoque and because of how it. Oh my god. As I was saying, guys, because of the stiffness of the monocoque and how it's bonded together with the chassis, it feels like a race car. Like the way the chassis moves is like a race car, or shall I say, the way the chassis doesn't move feels like a race car. Yeah. But then it's perplexing because me and Alex were very comfortably seated behind here, and we're
just mind blown, really.
mind blown.
The last 1 hour has just been expletives of like, what the hell?
Yeah, yeah.
Really? God, you know.
Yeah. The lights move according to the music.
Yeah, it's a bit bright now, so we can.
Coming on the side.
Oh my god, look at that!
Now I turn the signal light on. Now I can see my far right, I can see all around me.
Oh my oh. Oh Jesus. Woohoo!
No body roll, man.
Woo! Oh, thank you, Felix. Thank you, Jerry.
Who's 430?
Wow.
Whose 430 is that?
Alright guys, we just took a ride on this car. Look at the shape. It looks gorgeous, elegant, but you wouldn't think it drives and rides like a race car. And then how it was comfortable. It was really comfortable. And according to Jerry, I have not felt how the car would feel like on a highway. Remarkable engineering. Look at that. Oh. My mind is absolutely blown at what's possible. It didn't feel like it was this wheelbase, not at all.